Thank you for joining me. I'm going to be reading the Earth Class Notes written by the 12th Apostle on Covenant. Now I will explain a very important word like it has never been done before. Covenant is recorded in the official English translation of the Bible, the King James Version, 292 times. 272 times in the Old Testament and 20 times in the New Testament, with covenanted 4 times, 2 in the Old Testament and 2 in the New Testament, the double legal witness to the past tense historic record of both the Old Testament and the New Testament. Covenants 3 times in the New Testament and covenant breakers 1 time in the New Testament, Romans 1:31. The great Apostle Paul's written record of this is so good that I'm going to include 7 verses in this special Earth class to Paul's joy and honor. For this cause, God gave them up unto vile affections, very sinful emotions and actions. For even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature, and likewise also men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust one toward another, men working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves recompense of their error which was meet. And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate mind, which is a human soul that has lost its conscience. A human soul that doesn't have a idea of right and wrong. A human soul that has lost its conscience of what is right and what should be as they were meant to be in all their relationships. To do those things which are not convenient, being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, maligning, whisperers, backbiters, haters of God, despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents, without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, implacable, unmerciful, who, knowing the judgment of God, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. Romans 1:26-32. A covenant is not an agreement or a contract, but it is a statement of impending intent. And when you add the word divine or God, you have an absolute intent of purpose consistent with God's character and love. And so few dear human souls have ever been delivered from the evil deceit that our great one and only God, who alone is eternal, they fear he is a God of wrath, a God of hate and revenge, being fearful of even the thoughts of God, just as Lucifer, who is Satan, the slanderer of God, and the devil, the evil deceiver, wants all human souls on altered earth to be his witness instead of God's witness, while in their temporal classroom and school, here in their mortal bodies on pre-perfect planet Earth. Lucifer is the father of democracy, which is the evil deception that the majority should rule. As this great United States of America has degenerated into, instead of remaining a republic as it was intended to be, even fighting a foolish internal war over states' rights that was very wrongly said to be over slavery, which was one of the lowest points in American history, with the most recent being the Democratic election of the recent president, Barack Hussein Obama, a mixed-race Muslim. The 299 times covenant and covenanted is written in the Bible record from Genesis 6:18 to Hebrews 13:20 and 21 were all given in the context of helping, protecting, preserving, and multiplying the chosen one's progeny on altered earth. The covenant associated with a ritual such as circumcision which was intended to be a private example of an Israelite man who had removed all doubt, fear, and unbelief about the person and plan of God from his soul, with instructions to do the same to others under his responsibility, including all 8-day-old male children born under his care. That the young baby boy obviously would not have any say in that ritual that represented something far more important than the physical act of circumcision. And the Lord thy God will circumcise thine heart, make your soul more sensitive to the truth of the Spirit. And the Lord thy God will circumcise thine heart and the heart of thy seed, to love the Lord thy God with all thine heart and with all thy soul, that thou mayest live. Deuteronomy 36. Thank you so much for your time. Until next time.